Hey ladies, hey ladies, hey ladies, come on in here. Welcome to my guest room. I want to share with you all how to start your blackout box, your grid down box, power outage box, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to share with you how I started a few years ago, just some basic things that you can start getting now to help you and your family be more prepared. You know, the Bible says the Proverbs 31 woman manages the ways of her household. So we are going to manage well the ways of our household and be prepared for any emergency that may come our way. I want to shout out my friend Kristen because I have been putting off this video for a very long time just because a lot of my preps aren't the way I want it to be. Like now I'm going to show you, I just have a tote with a lot of things that I've been or I've had for a very long time. And she was like, you know what? Just get the information out there. So I want to thank you, Kristen. Here we go. I'm just going to share with you ladies how to get started. Let's go. Okay, so the first thing I have from Dollar Tree, I got this little shoebox, and I call this my fuel box. It's literally full of these little lighters that you can get from anywhere. They're usually right there at the front counter when you go to check out at the grocery store or whatever. Get these anywhere. You can get these online. You guys have seen these before. With all of these preps, it is so important that you have a lot of fuel and a lot of ways to make fire. I'm actually going to do another video on how to make fire with household products, but that's a different video. So first thing, lighters. Then I have these matches. I actually get this set right here from Dollar Tree, $1.25, y'all. You can get 32 box or 32 count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 boxes, 32 count, 320 matches for $1.25. So I got these. I also get the big matches just so I have, you know, more variety. You can get these from the cooking section of whatever store. Also, you will never have enough matches. You'll never have enough ways to make fire. So that's from Dollar Tree. The next thing from Dollar Tree are these little lights here. These are the solar lights. A lot of people put these in their driveway, but I bought these because for $1.25, I can use these in a room. Kids stay with me often, so if they're afraid of the dark and we're in a power outage, which where I live is very common, and I went through this multiple times last year, I could put this in their room so they're not scared. You can put these in the hallways of your house so that if you have pets or people who need to be going back and forth, they can see. You can put these on the stairs. It's not going to give you a lot of light, but just a little bit to light up a room. For $1.25, you can't beat it, and they're rechargeable by the sun. $1.25. Next is, now I haven't used this, and I've had this for years. I have this set of flashlights that I got from Amazon. I think I got these for like $10 or $12 from Amazon years ago, but for obvious reasons, flashlight, a great variety. I also will do a different video on emergency backpack. I have a set of these in my emergency backpack as well. Next, I want to get you another box from Dollar Tree. Again, this is all in my big tote. Another shoe box from Dollar Tree. In this shoebox, I have every size battery that you can imagine. Now, batteries can be a little bit expensive, so I usually stock up when I see them on sale at Menards. Walgreens has some good sales. I do not get batteries from Dollar Tree. I've never tried them, and to be honest, I kind of don't trust them. So try to get a good brand of batteries, but I have plenty of different size regular batteries. I also have some rechargeable batteries, and I think these are also very important. I get these from Amazon. These batteries I can charge, so I'll never run out of fuel or, you know, battery for flashlights or whatever other device I'm trying to power. Again, they come from different sizes. And if you're going to get rechargeable batteries, obviously you need the charger. So from Amazon, I think I paid like, again, $10. This is a device where I will be able to charge my batteries. And I'll get to a way of what you plug this into so that you can charge what needs to be charged. So get you a little shoebox, fill them with every type of battery. As I'm going through my items and as you prepare your household, write down what devices take what type of battery. Having a whole bunch of AAA batteries or AA batteries is not going to help you if nothing in your prep box or in your house that you're going to need during a power outage takes those type of batteries. So make sure that you're very aware of what type of battery and what size that you need. Again, this is in no particular order because everything's in a tote. I have a few different types of plastic spoons, plastic knives, and some paper plates in my blackout box because when your power is out, the last thing you want to worry about is your kitchen getting messy or, you know, washing plates or whatever. You don't want to have to worry about that at all. So I keep those just for emergencies. So I don't have to worry about washing anything. I can just throw it away and the house can be as clean as possible until the power comes back on. Next is I have a few emergency blankets. Again, I got these from Amazon. Most of my stuff either comes from Amazon, Walmart.com, or Menards, but mostly Amazon and Menards. These emergency blankets are super cheap. If you saw my emergency car video, you saw that I keep these in my car as well. They're self-explanatory. In an emergency, you have them, and I like how compact they are. What I don't have in this tote, but I will mention, is getting yourself a little camping tent. So you can get one for each family member if you have the space, or you can just get a really big one because in a power outage, especially if you live in the Midwest like me, when it gets really, really cold, you want things to be able to contain your body heat. And a tent, setting up a big tent in your living room can really kind of help that body heat stay in one area and keep you warm for as long as possible. Next thing I have here is this big thing of tea lights for obvious reasons. You can use this for fuel, for building a fireplace, I'll get to in a minute. You can also put this in a coffee can. If you watched my car video, you heard me talk about this. Put this in a coffee can to help you stay warm. I'll get back to this in a minute in another way you can build a fire with these. I also, if you follow me on TikTok, you saw me boil some water with tea lights. So they're cheap, they're easy, and they come in different sizes. And I know Amazon has the ones that last for like 8 hours. So you may want to invest in those as well. Next, if your water gets contaminated, I have this for like $11. This is the brand I have, but I know that a lot of preppers use the Life Straw brand, I think, but this is just a straw that purifies water so that I can drink it. Just this week, actually just this morning, I got an email that my water is safe to drink. Where I live, for some reason, we were under a boil advisory, and you know, things can happen in little country towns all the time, but this can only help you. This particular straw I have will filter 210 gallons. I'm sorry if you hear my dogs. This will filter 210 gallons. So definitely it will last you a long time. Keep one in your car for emergency purposes as well, and one for each of the family in your blackout box. Next I have here I actually bought this because I used to put plastic in all of my windows before I got new windows, but this is in case things get really bad and I know it's going to be down for a while, I can put this plastic in my windows to keep the draft out. This I got from Menards. I'm not sure how much it was. I've had it for a few years, but you can also get bubble wrap. And you can keep some bubble wrap in your blackout box. If you spray a little bit of water, it's either water or alcohol, but I believe it's water on the inside of the bubble wrap. Then you tape it up to your windows. That acts as some insulation to kind of keep that draft out as well. So you can go ahead and get this wrap that I got that's made for the windows, or just stock up on some bubble wrap so that you and your family can stay warm in a room. I would say don't worry about getting enough of this for the whole house, because if the power is out and it's the winter time and you're trying to stay warm, most likely your family needs to be contained in one space. They don't need to be all over, so that you're not going through all of your preps faster than you need to be. Next, again, just like the car video, some of these hot hands. These hot hands will they stay warm for 18 hours. So it's, obvious reasons. If it's cold, you can put this in your socks. You can put this in your you know, maybe your back. They also make jackets that have them built into them. Those are a little bit expensive, but you know, do what you got to do. So hot hands. Okay, the next you want to have is an electric hand warmer. So I don't remember how much I paid for this. I've had it for a while. I've actually never used it. It just kind of stays in the box. But I can recharge this. It's portable. It has 3 different temperatures on it. And it's just a battery operated hand warmer. So you can stock up on a few of these for short term, or blunt, whatever. And you can also get this. And again, I have some ways that you can charge it if need be. So this will keep your hands warm to keep you from freezing. Next, I have a few of these. I won't show all the ones I have, but I look for sales for these little portable solar banks for your phone. So this is what it looks like. So I can charge my phone or any other device that takes this type of USB right here. This is the charging. So I would just leave this in the window or outside to charge itself. And it lasts, I forgot exactly how long this lasts, but it's a pretty long time. So the last thing you want to do is have no phone. Well, if the grid is down, we're not going to have any phone anyway. But in a long-term power outage, you want to be able to charge your cellular devices. Wow. Just a tip, something else that you all could do is if you have your old phones or old tablets, obviously you can charge it by here too, but go ahead and download, if you have small kids, download some old videos that you know your kids will watch to keep them entertained, or games that they can play that they don't need the internet for. That way, in a long-term power outage, you don't have to entertain your kids for hours, or you don't have to hear them crying and screaming because they have nothing to do if they're not used to, you know, sitting down and being quiet. So take your old devices, download videos and games that the whole family can watch. That's also a way you can charge that so that people can be entertained until the power comes back on. Also, something that the kids may want to have, y'all, I'm dropping stuff, you know me, is these glow sticks. I got these for like $2 from Amazon. And I wrote the day I bought them on here because they do expire within a few years. So you want to also keep track of when you buy things. But these are fun. The kids can play with these as games, but they also provide light. So again, just like the solar lights that I showed you, if you have a kid that's afraid of the dark or whatever, you can put this in the room or put these in the hallways to give some light for a few hours so that, you know, you don't have to go through all of your batteries and flashlights that you may have. I dropped that again. Next is I have different size candles. I won't show all that I have. I think I got these from Dollar Tree or Walmart or something. I don't know. But different size candles for obvious reasons. The more power you have, or the more sources of light you have, the better. Go ahead and check out my video on how to make Crisco candles, which is what I usually use these for. I've been in multiple power outages last year. It was absolutely ridiculous, and most of the time I used 2 devices. One was my Crisco candles, which I put these inside that Crisco mixture in a mason jar, or I use another light I'm going to show you. So these come in handy. You can't beat $1 for 2 or whatever. I wouldn't solely stock up on these though, because they do run out pretty fast, and there's other better options that you can use long term. Okay. Next in my blackout box are just random gloves, just in case, again, it's cold in here. I have random gloves. Something I do not have but I need to buy are doggy sweaters and doggy paw gloves, because if it's that cold, if you're cold, your animals are cold too, especially if you have short-haired animals like me. So please don't forget your pets. The next, this is really random. I've had this since the pandemic. This is just a box of gloves. I have no clue what I would be using this for, but I just put it in here. But if you do have some sick family members, or your kids get sick in a power outage and you're just trying to, not cross-contaminate, gloves will come in handy. So yeah, just in case. Next, I have just some fire starters. I got this for like $3, I think, from the camping section of Walmart. So I don't really plan on using this. I have it just in case. This is one of those things I just bought, but I don't plan on using that. Next, I have some cotton balls. Now, cotton balls are one of the cheapest methods of building some fuel. So take some cotton balls, you can swipe them in a jar of Vaseline. Okay, so you're gonna take some cotton balls, you can swipe it in some Vaseline, not the cocoa butter. This is the one I grabbed because my emergency one isn't in here for some reason. Get the regular jar of Vaseline. Again, you can get from the dollar store, or from the dollar store, you can get some alcohol, just regular alcohol, and you can put it in an empty coffee can. Take one of your matches, throw your matches down there, and it will build you a little fireplace. I've done that as practice before. It gets pretty hot and it works. So that's why I have some cotton balls, Vaseline, and alcohol in my blackout box. The next thing I have, I'm not really sure why this is in here because I feel like if the power is out, what the heck did I pack this for? But it's there, so I'm going to show you a random extension cord. I don't know why that's in there, but I have it in there. Next, I keep my portable water tablets. So like this week that I lived through, you know, thank God it wasn't a long time. I was under a boil advisory. If for some reason our water we cannot drink, you'd be able to put a few tablets in here and make it drinkable, or use like that straw that I showed you guys. They also make those really big devices that you can get. Like, I know a lot of people buy the Berkeley water filter. I know that's a few $100s, so I do know it's expensive, but do what you can do. These were pretty cheap, so that's why I keep them. They do expire, so watch that. I do have a few blocks in case we have a power outage. Now it seems stupid because the power is out, but I'll show you why. I also have a few generators that I'll show you, so I'm not sure. This is just there. Okay, next is I keep potassium iodine in my blackout box. So in nuclear fallout, to protect my thyroid, to protect my body from inhaling or unfortunately possibly passing away, this is something that you could take to kind of help you. I do know animals can take it. I don't know the dose, and I'm not sure how much humans are supposed to take in case that happens. I should definitely look that up. See, I'm not all the way prepared like I think I am because I won't have Google in that time, but that's why I have it. It was pretty cheap, and I keep this in my emergency box. I pray to God I never have to use this, but it's there just in case. Next thing in my tote is this little emergency radio thing here. So one thing about this is that it will never die because it winds up. So that's a great thing. It's a radio. It's also a flashlight. It's supposed to be a flashlight. Oh, it's not powered. But anyway, it's a flashlight. It also has a place right here where I can charge my cell phone if need be. It also has a little radio on here. Oh, obviously, y'all, this is why your stuff need to be powered. But anyway, just believe me, it has a radio here. I've tested it before. And I can listen to the channels or whatever. It also has a siren. If I needed to call for help, there's a siren on here as well. I will not play that because my dogs go crazy every time I test it. So please make sure your devices are powered. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. All right. So I don't remember how much I paid for this, but I do know I got it from Amazon. I do know it's not expensive. I only really have just one of my generators is probably the only thing that's quote unquote expensive, because y'all know I'm cheap, okay? Being prepared does not have to be expensive, okay? It's just about being wise and smart and looking for sales and deals. All right, next thing I keep are my Sterno. Now, I don't keep this in the box just because I never want it to leak, but I do keep Sterno cans. Please make sure you never buy the one that is the gel, because those, I know of people who have burnt their hands on those. Buy the ones that have the little wicks. But this is, I buy this in case I ever need to cook without power. And I will do a whole separate video on how to cook without power, how to build your own little refrigerator with sand and a clay pot, how to keep things warm, how to cook beans with no power. I have a device that I can do that with. Like, I will do all those separate videos, but having a few cans of Sterno that you can just put a little grill, like a little rack on top, you can cook yourself something quick and easy. Now, the next thing, I'm not going to go get it, but just I have a little campfire stove. So I keep fuel. Again, I don't keep it in my box because it's gas, but I keep a few cans of fuel, butane fuel, so that I can light my campfire stove again, so I can cook in a power outage. Okay. It's one thing for the power to be out, but for it to be out, you be hungry and cold. That's a whole nother problem. Okay. Next is I bought a few of these off Amazon for like $8, and then the very next day I went back, the price had shot up. So one tip that I will say is, if you see something that you feel is a little bit expensive, but Amazon looks like it has the cheaper prices of all the stores you shop at, put it in your Amazon cart or save it to your wish list, and Amazon will notify you when that price drops. And that's how I bought a lot of things in the past. As soon as it told me that price dropped, I went and got it, especially a lot of my like dehydrated food and stuff like that. I bought it as soon as that price drops. But this is a lantern. It's a flashlight. This is, especially last year with all those power outages I was in because of where I live, I use this the most. I love it because I can be somewhere and let it hang. I could have it just like this in a room, and I can get dressed or do whatever. But you also can do it this way, and you have a little flashlight too if you wanted to hold it like this. Okay, I love this. It has never steered me wrong, and it only takes a few batteries. So I love this. This is probably one of my favorite sources of light that I have. Next, this was actually gifted to me from another person who was a emergency preparedness. You can get these from the dollar store. These are the 5-hour emergency candles. I've actually never used this yet, but I saw them at the dollar store, so you can pick them up for $1.25. Okay, so next, I actually recently got this. This is a portable grill. I got this from Menards. Y'all, I love Menards. When I say I love Menards, like, they hate to see me coming, okay? I got this from Menards for like $8. And it's just a portable grill. And how I would use it is, actually, you could use it outside. You can get your little wood chips going. It's going to take long to cook things, but if you're single or you have a small family, it's definitely worth it to have. Or if you live in a place you're not really supposed to have a grill, this may be something you can cook on a balcony. I'm not telling you to get yourself kicked out, but hey, in an emergency situation, it's an emergency. But how I would possibly use this is on the bottom here, I would go ahead and put some of my tea lights or maybe my sterno heat or whatever, put the rack a little bit higher than this, and go ahead and cook my food if need be, or just use it to light a fire and keep warm if I needed to. But I haven't experimented with it, but I was like, it can't hurt to add to the preps. Next thing is, I already told you guys about the campfire stove, but this, I know this is electric and I would have to plug it up, but I do have a generator where I would be able to use this. This would probably be a last resort because I wouldn't want to use my power for a long time. But this, I think I got it for like $20, if that, from Amazon. So having a little electric hot plate, you never know, that could be helpful in time of need as well. Next is one of those items that I watched the price go down. I forgot how much it really is, but it was a good price. I think I only paid like $80 for this. This is one of my generators that I probably use the most. I love it because, obviously I have all of these sources of, plugs that I can use. But one of my favorite features about this is the flashlight on the back. So it has different settings. I love it. I love it. And she and I, whatever it is, have been through many power outages, and it only takes maybe 45 minutes to power. So again, I had a coupon in Amazon because Amazon told me when the price dropped, and it let me use a coupon. So get one of these. They make different brands. Try to get the ones where you can buy the solar panels as well, so that you can power it without electricity. Like this particular one doesn't come with the solar panels, so I have to wait till the power comes back on to recharge it, by plugging it into, using electricity. But they make ones where you can let the sun power it, which are much more effective. Okay, So the next thing is, I'm not going to bring the whole device up here because it's too heavy. And this is a little bit more expensive, but it's worth it. I just use the box. Are these equal flow generators, okay? If you can afford it, please get a few of these, okay? These can power, depending on how big your freezer is or how big your fridge is, these can power your fridge or your freezer. These can run a TV. It's actually on the back, it tells you how long it can run certain things. It's great for people who are off grid. You can plug this if you have to have your coffee. Try to practice making things without power, which is what I do. You know, I'm always thinking, if I didn't have power, how can I do this? But if you need to plug up your coffee pot, this little hot plate thing that I showed you, if I ran out of fuel, I could use it for this. This I can put outside to charge. So as long as the sun is out, I can have power, and I can power this and, you know, keep my fridge running or do whatever I need to do. These are a little bit expensive, but I will say this. There are always sales. When I bought this one I think is like $800, and when I bought it, I only paid $400 because I got it like 50% off. Even this morning when I was looking at one that's similar to this one by the same company, it was 42% off on Amazon. There are always sales for these. So yes, they're a few $100s, but if you can afford it, please get a few. And if you cannot afford it, I just want to say this here. So I'm not pro go in debt, but I am pro get what you need no matter how you got to get it. Places like Best Buy, Walmart.com, I believe Amazon, Target, those places that have these have payment options. Like you can sign up for Afterpay, where you can pay in 4 installments. You can sign up for Klarna. You can sign up for PayPal for later, I think it's called. I think that's 3 installments. So if you can't afford that few $100s at one time, it is an emergency item. It is something that you do need. It is something that's wise to have in the house. I don't see anything wrong with making payments for it. Again, you know, y'all talk to your husbands, talk to, you know, your family, however you do your money. But I think it's a good investment, even if you've got to make payments. I do know that I do see them often at QVC and HSN. I've never bought these from them because I think they jack up the price a little bit. But look, compare prices, do your research. Even if you got to put one on your credit card, just get one because they're nothing but a blessing. Absolutely nothing but a blessing. Next, I have get a few different types of clay pots. With clay pots, you can put, well, not the sternos, but you can get another type of candle. You could put it under here, and this top part here, this will make a little bit of like a fireplace. So it's not going to heat a whole house, but it will make a nice sized room a little bit toasty. So you want to get, you know, different size clay pots. And again, I'll do a video on how to use your clay pots to also build yourself a little refrigerator as well. So I think that's it that I'm going to shoot for this video. That's pretty much what's in this particular tote. Oh, something very important. Please pack your carbon monoxide detectors, because especially if you're using some of these preps to build fires, you need that device for safety reasons. I don't personally have one in here because every room in my place has one. I probably should pack one just in case those fail, but please have those. So yes, I love you ladies. Please comment any questions, any concerns, or anything you would add to your blackout box. I would love to hear it. I'll do some more videos. I have a few different ways that I have prep to cook without power, so you guys can see what you can cook and how you can cook without power, using some things that I have here and some other things that you probably already have in your home. I'll have another video on how to build some fire, and also how to go to the bathroom. That's something I've also prepped for throughout the years, of how I would go to the bathroom in a grid down situation, because you know, that's something people don't think about, but it's something that has to happen. So how to make sure everything is sanitary, containing smell, and all of that kind of stuff. So I love you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.